us with the face care, basics of face care techniques in Ayurveda. So today we'll start with the diet. Now, coming to diet, I would like to explain it in a general way rather than for the body type. Why? Because see, we have different types of body types according to Ayurveda. Tomorrow we'll be discussing regarding the skin types accordingly. So there is Vata, Pitta, Kapha, and there are specific diets mentioned to this specifically. But if we stick to that only, we will be missing other nutrients which is essential for the skin. So that's why we'll cover everything together, and accordingly you can start incorporating these things in your diet. Okay. So this PPT will be shared to you by ma'am. So no need to write it down anything extra. If you have any doubts, we can keep a doubt discussion at the end. Coming to nutrition for hair and skin, mainly I'll be describing with the skin. Same thing is for hair also. Just consider that. Only difference is vitamin B is more required for the hair, but same thing is incorporated for the hair also. Now, why there is a need of wholesome diet? We all know the importance of diet in our day-to-day life. There will be a lot of other things like lipid profile hampering, menstrual health hampering, or maybe hormonal imbalance if we are not taking a proper wholesome diet. Same way, it also reflects on our skin. It will change the structure of hair and skin if we are taking a nutrient less diet. And also diet helps a lot to face the daily challenges for a skin and hair, such as exposure to dust, exposure to UV rays, and exposure to the outside pollution and the chlorine. So these things you have to keep in mind when you incorporate a diet. To maintain an healthy hair and skin, we need mainly the variety of nutrients like glucose, carbs, protein, and micronutrients and minerals. This is something which we miss in our diet. So if I say you accordingly to the body type, again, these will be missed. Rather than that, we'll cover everything together. Now, basic functions of skin. It protects to the physical trauma, especially with the bruises, cuts. You can see sometimes there will be a bluish discoloration in the skin without any heat. So that is something which we call as less of vitamin C, maybe, or any other vitamins is less. That's why we are getting a sudden bluish discoloration. Can you mute the mic? Yes, thank you. Okay. So these physical trauma are because of the less of nutrients in our body. And also the protection to physical trauma is mainly from the UV rays. See, nowadays the intensity of sun is very high, heat burn is very high. So we need to protect our skin and hair. Something which we can do is from our diet also. Prevents water loss. Good hydration is needed for a shiny texture for both the hair and skin. Next is very important, excretory function. Sweating. Sweating helps for opening the pores. Even sweating in the scalp helps for opening the pores and for the new hair growth. So whoever is working out in a gym is missing this part where they are not sweating properly. That's why it is also a cause of overweight or obesity or the dullness in the skin and the hair once they start going for the gym. So just explain that sweating is very important. Now, we all know absorption of vitamin D is only through the skin. No other way of high vitamin D source is there. So we need, that is the main function of skin aspect we can keep. Then comes the last, external beauty. Whatever we need to show it out, or maybe skin on hair is a reflection for what is happening to our body. So external beauty really comes the last. rather than focusing more on the cosmetics or the facial care procedures, we have to focus on a healthy diet. Coming to the basics of skin aging, these are the basic signs: wrinkles, dryness, pigmentation, loss of elasticity, where you feel that your skin is not plumpy, and the hair, it has lost the lustrous or the shiny part. Mainly earlier days, these signs were used to see after a 50 plus of years. But nowadays, because of the lifestyle and the stress what people is having, it is start seeing from the age of 30 years. And also see, nowadays the ads or the advertisements, what it comes is vitamin C serum or the retinol serum, you can start using from the 18 years. It is definitely not needed. Once you start using these things, signs of aging is actually, it is preponding, not postponding. Once at any point of time, if you stop these things, you will start that your skin starts aging. Your skin starts with the wrinkles at the early age. And it will be very sensitive to heat also. You cannot sit outside a AC. So that's why make sure whether those serums are needed for your skin and hair, then you can use. Few external factors affecting the skin is unhealthy diet, smoking, harmful chemical is where your mineral sunscreen and the very strong shampoos or creams for the hair, sun exposures. These also will affect the skin aging and hair loss to their shininess. Now, the basic theory, how to control these damage. First one is internal care, where we have to focus on the diet because it is reflects what we digest. So we have to focus on the diet part. Then comes the external care, all the massage techniques, the therapies, face packs, hair packs, everything. So this is how we have to track. Now, as I mentioned, the nutrients for the skin and the hair is almost similar. I have mainly added as nutrients for the skin, and we'll be discussing more about the skin. Same thing is applicable for hair also. First nutrients for the skin is water. Definitely we need a lot of hydration. Minimum 2 to 3 liters is needed for our skin and hair for the daily consumption water. Macronutrients, proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. So this is something which we miss. People nowadays reduce the amount of carbohydrates and fats in their diet. They focus only on protein. That is because of the weight gain. So that is not the way you have to schedule your diet. We need everything in a minimum quantity. Micronutrients like vitamins and minerals. Basically, the vitamins like A, C, D, and E is very essential. I have described that. We'll go through that. And minerals like zinc and selenium is also essential for the health of hair and skin. So these things which we miss daily in our diet. So these things which we have to follow rather than considering a individual skin and hair diet. Coming to the we'll start with micronutrients first. Coming to the micronutrients, as I mentioned, vitamins are very important. In that, vitamin A is very essential because vitamin A is nothing your retinol, what we get the serums and all. Same thing as vitamin A. So vitamin A contains retinoids and carotenoids. When we come to the diet part, these are the main contents of vitamin A. What are the function of retinoids is it promotes new cells. So the new cell growth, at least till the age of 40 to 50, we need new cell growth. Carotenoids prevent cell damage, also prevents premature aging. So this is how we have to tackle our skin health and hair health before the aging process. Coming to the main source, all the vegetables, like rainbow color vegetables we call carrot, papaya, squash vegetables. Squash vegetables is nothing like pumpkin, ashwagandha, buttersquash, all those things. Broccoli, apricot as fruit. and dry fruit also, peaches, melon, watermelon and muskmelon. Rather than watermelon, muskmelon will be having more of vitamin A content. Then fish. Coming to the fish part, smaller fish you have to choose. Don't go for big fish such as tuna. Tuna is also needed for the health, but more consumption of tuna can cause acne. Sweet potato, avocado, mangoes and bell pepper. So sweet potato is again a good source of the vitamin A and carbohydrates, and avocados and mangoes. Yes, definitely. Coming to bell pepper. See, bell pepper is little bit spicy and a nightshade vegetable. So whoever is having little bit of sourness or sour belching, acidic complaints or acne prone, what you can do is you can reduce the consumption, or you can remove the seeds and use, or steam it and use. So these are the ways how you have to use with the bell pepper. And these are not mandatory to have in every day. Few things you can have in your diet, maybe alternate days or every day. So you can plan your diet accordingly. Next one is vitamin C, the best and powerful antioxidant. It helps for anti-aging and also boost collagen production. See, collagen is needed for the plumpiness and the shining of skin and hair. It helps for the new cell growth. See, from our Ayurvedic view, the best source of vitamin C we always tell is gooseberry, Indian gooseberry, amla powder. Yes. So you can either use such as a little bit of amla powder in your diet, or the amla you can use. Other sources are any citrus fruit. Guava, orange, strawberry, berries, any citrus fruit you can incorporate. Again, bell pepper. We have discussed how you have to use bell peppers. Any berries, broccoli, potato, guava, kale, and kiwi. So kale and all is not available in India nowadays. It is available, but the usage is less in India nowadays. It is a good source. Now, consuming the vitamin C again, the people who are having acidic reflux or acidity, definitely they won't be using citrus fruit. It will trigger their acidity. But vitamin C is needed for a healthy diet for us. So here what you can do is you can advise for guava. It is not that much citric. It does not increases your acidity. That is a good source. Guava and even the broccoli. You can advise broccoli in a steamed or cooked way, not the raw one. So this is how you can tackle. Even gooseberries you can advise. It doesn't increase your acidic reflux. So consuming again with the gooseberry, you can either use the murabba or the candy one, or the salted one. Salted one is where you have to take like 5 to 6 gooseberries as a whole, wash it thoroughly, make small cuts, store it in a jar with salt water and a pinch of turmeric. No chili, no vinegar, nothing. Keep it for 6 to 7 days. After 7 days, slowly you can start consuming that. So this is how you have to use your brined amla, we call this. So this is the way you have to use the gooseberry. Or else even gooseberry chutney, all those things are also suitable. That is not going to increase the acidic reflux. Coming to next is vitamin D. So vitamin D, skin helps to synthesize vitamin D. So whatever we are taking from the sun, the skin helps to synthesize. Coming to the sun bath timing, nowadays the sun is very intense. So you should take a light shower. You have to check the intensity, sun intensity. See, there is if you check in Google, we will be getting the sun intensity for every day. When it is summer season, you can take the sun intensity up to 4 or 5. It is basically it is from 7 to 8 a.m. in the morning, and evening hours like after 5:30 to 6. That is the less intensity sun. That sun bath you have to take, not the intense sun heat That will cause the suntan. Next one is vitamin D also helps for the calcium absorption. So for a proper, we take all the calcium food. If it is not absorbing properly, consider that your vitamin D is less in your body. And the low vitamin D signs is loss of energy. We'll always feel very tired and we will be getting frequent illness or infections. That is less of immunity. So these are the basic signs of vitamin D. So the source, as I mentioned, main source is sunlight. That is the primary source. Others like mushroom, eggs, green peas, fatty fish, cod liver oil or ghee helps, but not up to the sunlight. And in a recent research work has happened where if you are washing and keeping the mushrooms in the sun exposure for a period of like 30 to 40 minutes and you cook the same mushrooms, the vitamin D absorption will increase. So that's a recent research work happened. So this also you can incorporate. I don't know what is the success rate because we have never asked our patients to do such. This is a recent research work. Now, next is vitamin E. Vitamin E is an anti-aging vitamin. So it prevents also the harmful effects of the UV rays and keeps the skin soft and supple. So it will help for the retaining the water. It will help for the plumpiness. Also, you all know the Evian tablets or the vitamin E tablets. We use it as for the acne treatment also. So these are the basics of vitamin C. So once you observe, especially in the summer season, we'll be starting with a lot of acne. You can start incorporating vitamin E little more in your diet. So pumpkin seeds, melon seeds. Melon seeds is muskmelon seeds here. Watermelon seeds, sunflower seeds, almond, apricot, avocado, beetroot, spinach, pumpkin, again fish. These are the basic source. Here again, when we are taking any seeds or the almond, whatever the dry fruits, quantity is very important. And also seeds, when you are taking, it should be dry roasted for the easy absorption. So coming to the seeds, either what you can do is you can prepare a seed mix and keep. Pumpkin, melon seeds, watermelon seeds, sunflower seeds, all those things you can roast and keep it and have like half to 1 teaspoon every day with your smoothies, salad balls, anything like that you can have. Other things, again, coming back to the dry fruits like almond, apricot, almonds and all, 4 to 6 is the best dose in a day. Pre-soaked is the best way to consume. Or if the people is not liking the taste of pre-soaking, again, dry roasting you can do. Consuming raw is not a good idea. Also, if you are using almond milk, so there the consumption of almond is high in your body. It will increase the heat in your body. It will increase the acne in your body. So make sure you are not too much of an almond consumption. So these are the basics of vitamins. Coming to the minerals part. See, basically 2 minerals we need essentially. One is zinc and one is selenium. So zinc is again anti-inflammatory and it helps to clears acne. So if you are having a lot of acne, you can start incorporating a vitamin E and zinc in your diet. Basic source of zinc is brown rice, spinach, lentils, legumes like mung bean, moong dal, whatever the dals we get, chana dal, all those things. Wheat germ oil. Coming to wheat germ oil, we don't use it much for the cooking purpose actually. But still you can add like half teaspoon or 1/4 teaspoon in your salad dressing or anything to cover up the taste. That's how we use. Or you can choose for the essential oil massage, wheat germ oil for the massage also. sunflower seeds, soya bean, poultry. Poultry means egg, chicken, all those things, pork and dairy products. These are the best source of minerals. Here also, dairy products, pork and poultry is a acne triggering food. So you have to see whether it is the consumption is required to your body and the dosage. That is the highlight. So for example, if you are having a lot of acne, but still if you want that zinc in your diet, you have to choose other things. Maybe spinach or brown rice or lentils, not with dairy products or poultry or even the soya bean. That will again trigger the acne. But if you are not having acne, post acne, you want to prevent the acne and you want a clear skin, you can incorporate these things. And whatever the sources I have mentioned, just pick one or two in your diet. Don't go for everything and every day. Next is selenium. Selenium also helps for the thyroid function. See, selenium is something which we really don't understand what is the necessity. Selenium fights skin infection, reduces inflammation, and also prevents the free radicals. So these are the basic functions of selenium, and also it helps for the proper thyroid function. The best source of selenium is actually the Brazil nuts. In India, it is slowly starting only having. Here also having how much is the quantity? 1 to 2, not more than that. Because high intake of selenium also can cause selenium toxicity. Symptoms like vomiting, diarrhea can happen. So 1 to 2 is the ideal dosage. Coconut. In anything, whatever you cook, you can add coconut. No problem. But again, if you having any worm infestation or sugar levels is high, there you have to reduce the coconut intake.
Ma'am, please change the slide.
Sorry?
Ma'am, please change the slide. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Next is tuna fish. Tuna fish again is a controversial thing. It will increase your acne, but it is also a good source of selenium. So here what you can do is don't go for the tin tuna. You will get the tin tuna. Don't go for that. When you get a natural source, you can use in a less quantity. Otherwise, any other fish also you can use. Eggs you can use. Eggs with egg white and yellow. 1 egg a day is sufficient, not more than that. Cereals, oats, rice, any cereals you can use as such. Again, poultry, chicken is also a good source of selenium. Then Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts also, again, it is not available in India. If you have a foreign client, definitely you can advise for Brussels sprouts because it is a daily consumption for them. So these are the basic things. Here again, as I mentioned, if you have a active acne, don't go for more of poultry or the chicken. Don't go for more of eggs.
मार्क्स
That is
कमवायचे
not
चांगले.
good.
सोपे पेपर असतात त्यावेळेस खूप सोपे सोपे चॅप्टर आहेत हो
Somebody's mic is on.
झालेलेच आहेत ना तुमचे फर्स्ट
Yes, thank you. So these are the basic things. When you have an active infection, don't go for more consumption of eggs or even with the tuna fish. It will increase your acne. These are regarding the micronutrients. Any doubts in micronutrients, you can ask now.
I have
Ma'am,
questions.
Yes.
So, one is you said about the seed quantity that you should have it like 1 teaspoon or two max. Can you increase it or it should be 1 to 2 max?
It's not actually 1 to 2. It is always half to 1. You should not increase it.
Okay.
Because
Because right now what I do is I eat it like when I'm hungry so that I don't go for anything.
No. See, seeds are something which any seeds you take, when it's dry, it has oil content in them. We should
Right.
understand that. That is
Okay.
something very difficult to digest. So
Okay.
always be in a minimum quantity, because you are also taking other things in your diet. Not only
Right.
you are not living on a seed, right?
Right.
So half to one is the apt quantity.
Perfect. And about the vitamin D, you said that sun is the best source.
Yes.
Uh, the place where I live in, it's cold 8 months in a year.
Hmm.
Do you suggest something else that can help me, because I'm really low on vitamin D, and though I'm getting out in sun these days, but again for another 8 months I won't be able to get it that much.
See, as I mentioned, vitamin D is the sun is the basic only source of vitamin D. Also, some other things which we have discussed: mushroom, eggs, green peas, fatty fish or cod liver oil, and ghee help for the absorption. But it is not up to the sunlight. So, what you can do is you can start consuming ghee little bit with edible this thing gooseberry, dry gooseberry powder before lunch or something like that. That will also help for the proper absorption of vitamin D. But it
Perfect.
won't come up to the mark, because, as I mentioned, sunlight is the only best source.
Hmm. All right, thank you.
Where you live?
I live in Saskatchewan province in Canada, so it's 8 months, it's complete cold. So we
Understood.
don't even get out much. So that's why.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So there you definitely you have to go for the outside supplements like vitamin D injections and all, or the tablets you have to go.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Ma'am, I had one, two doubts. Like you said, if you go to the gym, you don't sweat,
Hmm.
okay? And it is not good for the growth. So
Yes.
what is the myth behind this and what is the truth? Because I am actually a strength and conditioning coach. Okay, so I myself hit the gym very regularly and we do sweat in the gym also, even though the AC is on. But I want to understand, like, what is the backdrop in this? Basically, what is happening? If you're not sweating, the gland is not opening and that is stopping the further growth, or how is it harming us?
See, sweat is an excretory product of the skin. We should understand that first. It is actually an excretory product of the bone tissue, which we call. And when I mentioned, when you put on the AC in this gym and hit the gym, maybe cardio or anything, maybe two conditions are there. Till you sweat, you work out, or till you feel tired, you work out. So once you work out or any workouts you done, you should sweat, then only our channels will be opened, or if you are not
Okay.
sweating, it will be clogged and closed. So there, the
Okay.
clogged or closed channels will reduce the cell growth. For example, if
Okay.
we are having any hair loss, the first treatment for us is sweating, making sweating.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Okay.
why even in some cases you can see after the
So
workout starting,
basically, the clogged pores can lead to deficiency of hair growth. That is what we are saying, right?
clogged pores can lead to preventing the regrowth, not deficiency of
Okay,
hair.
okay.
It won't help for
Proper
the
growth.
yes. And
And
for the
that is the same for the skin cells also.
yes, yes. So,
Okay. Another thing I want to know from you is amla, like you just mentioned, powder we can take.
yes, edible
If you
powders are,
don't like, yeah. So any company we can take, or any brand you can suggest for this, or anything that is available in the market is of a good quality.
see, edible amla powder you have to see. Nothing,
Okay.
rather nothing as such. Edible amla powder, there is no such brand, because these edible amla powder is very rare nowadays. Whatever in the market is a good source only as of now.
And ma'am, I want to know what is the preferable time that you would advise to take this? Is it empty stomach? It is more beneficial, or is it post meal, before meal? When do you advise to take this?
See, the person here again, the person who is acidic and have vitamin D
Hmm.
deficiency and vitamin D C deficiency, they can take with ghee. With like amla powder should be minimum. Very minimum means like up to 1/4 teaspoon. When I say up to one
Mm-hmm.
fourth teaspoon, it should be lesser than that. Mix it with
Hmm.
ghee. Ghee should be taken,
Hmm.
mix well. So the person
Hmm.
who's having acidic reflux, you can take post lunch. A
Hmm.
person who's not acidic, who has a good appetite, they can take before lunch.
Okay. This
This
is
is
the
all,
appropriate time to
yes,
take it.
Not advised to take before breakfast or before dinner. If you are having an early dinner by 7 o'clock, definitely you can take, but not after that.
Is it a reason that we cannot take after that?
After 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
See, amla powder is something which is dry and more in potency, and we are adding ghee to that. So it takes little bit of digestion problem or little time to take for the digestion. About that, if we are taking food or after food, if we are taking, it will take more time for digesting it.
Okay.
Preferably in the
Can
lunch.
you take this with water also?
Water, no. See, ghee is
Okay.
the optimum source for the absorption.
Otherwise, you have a whole thing like murabba or the salted one you told us.
Yeah.
Ma'am, one more small thing I want to know. Like, I want to take flax seeds, okay? But I've heard like you cannot take them raw, and you should roast and take them. Is this true?
Yes, every seeds except chia seeds you should take roasted. Coming to the quantity again, as I mentioned, flax seeds again, it is good for skin and skin. We'll be discussing that. But it can also increase your acidity, and if you have any menstrual complications like more of bleeding, it will increase the bleeding. So
Okay.
roasted as such you can take, and the quantity as such flax seeds if you are taking, it should not be more than 1/4 teaspoon.
Ma'am, since you mentioned menstrual cycle, we usually advise clients seed cycling. Okay, in that we say to take pumpkin and flaxseed. But somebody who's coming with PCOS problem, would you advise seed cycling to them also?
Seed cycling is not the optimum therapy. It is a diet correction. You can advise. It will help for the proper estrogen production, but that only does not cure.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes. Any other doubts are there?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, what is the best time to eat seeds, soft seeds, these seeds?
Seeds, anything never recommend on the empty stomach. As a 4 o'clock meal, when we have this craving for the junk foods, they can have the roasted seeds. Or after at 11 o'clock, we can have. Or even seeds can top in your smoothies. It should never be on your empty stomach as soon as you wake up and all. These are the timings which we prefer.
Thank you.
Yes. So now we come to the macronutrients. Macronutrients are nothing but the protein, carbs, and fats. So carbohydrate sources more, as all you know, that the rice, wheat, barley, all these things are the basic carbohydrate carbohydrate source. Proteins help for cell generation and repair. The best sources eggs, cheese, milk, mung bean. So whoever is a vegetarian, go for mung bean or the green gram. That is the best source of protein. It will absorb like anything rather than going for paneer or tofu. And any non-veg items, and peanut is a good source. Here also coming to cheese. See, cheese we don't advise to take it every day in their diet. It is little bit clogging the digestive channels, very difficult to digest. So cheese is alternative, but whatever the cheese when you get from the foreign countries, they will get a good cheese or the high quality cheese that you can advise weekly 3 times. Cheese again, it is not used for daily consumption. Fat, essential fatty acids is needed. Oils and ghee is good. So coming to oil, coconut oil, sesame oil or olive oil is good for cooking rather than sunflower oil. Even groundnut oil is also good for cooking, but not in more, because again it increases the acidic reflex and it is very difficult to digest. So cooking, actually oils, if you take the total amount of oil for a day, it should be 1 to 2 teaspoon for a day. This includes even the ghee, because we are having seeds in our diet, nuts in our diet, and other maybe fish or eggs in our diet. So fats are getting absorbed. Above this, if you are adding more of oil, it is difficult for the body to digest and process it. That's why 1/2 to 1 teaspoon is optimum in a day. Now, essential fatty acids like omega-3 fatty acids helps to maintain thick and moisturized skin and repairs hair shaft. See, especially in the winter season, now somebody mentioned that they are having extreme winter season where they live. They need more of ghee or oil in their diet. So there they can see the consumption of the oil, how it is, because it will be reflecting to their skin. If they are having less ghee or oils in their skin, it will be more dry. However, you put the moisturizer, the dryness will be there. Hair will be dry. More of split ends you will get. So that is the indication where the fatty acids are less in your diet. So the main source is walnut, fish, banana is also a good source. Again, flax seeds is also a good source, but make sure that you are using it in a roasted form. And dosage, as I mentioned, up to 1/4 teaspoon, because flax seeds we give as a treatment for the no menstruation or amenorrhea condition. Then winter squash. Winter squash is nothing but the pumpkin. Cold press olive oil. Cold press olive oil, when you are having a salads, you can use it as a topping up. Then the primary essential fatty acid source is ghee. So these are the basic source. Coming to acne and food. Few food which aggravated acne are coffee. Even though if you're having a bulletproof coffee or all those new trends, it will increase the acne. Tea, because it contains tannin. Aerated drinks, chocolates. Chocolates, you can go to dark chocolates half to 1 piece in a day, but not the regular chocolates, which it contains more of sugar. Dark chocolates, when I mention, it should be up to 60 to 70% of cocoa in it. And refined carbs, maida, buns, breads, which is made up of maida, is not good. As I mentioned, dairy and meat products is a acne food. So we have to see the dosage, what we are taking. If we are having 1 glass of milk in a day, then for afternoon paneer, and night if you're having a big bowl of yogurt, definitely it is going to increase your acne. So you have to see your dairy consumption for a day. You should limit it. And again, meat products, 3 times having non-veg or maybe 2 times having non-veg, it is not good. So whenever you are having any meat product, you can suggest it for the lunch time. Why is because in lunchtime our appetite will be more. We have our metabolism will be more. We see, even though it is a winter season or maybe the sun is not there, but in the afternoon time, we will be a little bit of more of active. We won't feel tired. So that is the best time to have meat products. Again, almond, peanut, walnut is the acne increasing fruit if you are taking or if you are consuming over consuming. So as I mentioned, almond, the best part is 4 to 6, not more than that. Either soaked or roasted. Roasted option, if the person is not able to tolerate the soaked taste, then only go for it. Plain roasting is good. Peanut, rather than going for peanut butter, normal peanuts you can use. There also the source should be 1 to 2 teaspoon, not more than that. So if you are making any peanut chutney or peanut spread, 1 to 2 teaspoon. Walnut, 2 to 3, because walnut is again having high omega-3 fatty acids. It is going to increase the acne. So 2 to 3 should be the source for the amount for a day. Tuna. Frequent consumption of tuna is going to increase the acne. So you can advise weekly 3 times or weekly once, because tuna is also essential for our body. Now, coming to superfoods which clears acne. So if you are getting a client who's having active acne, you should see that in their diet there is complex carbs. Complex carbs is nothing but the pure leafy vegetables, whole grain rice, whole grain wheat, and the fruit. So here don't go for any fruit juice. Go for fruit. And omega-3 fatty acids is needed to clear acne, but see the dosage. Otherwise, it will also increase the acne. Zinc, vitamin E and vitamin A should be there in their diet. Rather than going for all these juice diet or the detox drink with the beetroot juice and all, you can mention that to add as salads in their diet. That is not going to increase their weight. It also helps for the easy absorption. Steamed salads will be good. For a healthy skin, what should be the diet checklist is if they are drinking enough water, if they are having a wholesome breakfast. A wholesome breakfast is there, they are meeting all the needed thing. Nowadays, people will miss the breakfast or smoothies are their breakfast. That is not a wholesome breakfast. So in a breakfast, either at least carbohydrates and protein should be there. Don't skip any meal. If you want to skip some meal, you can skip it in the afternoon or the dinner also, but never skip any meal. If you're not feeling hungry well, you can go for a liquid diet. Maybe like soups, more of soups or khichdi, something like that. Proteins and veggies in every meal is suitable actually. So protein source, as I mentioned, if the vegetarian source, mung bean or mung dal, chana dal is the best source. Non-vegetarian, once you can advise for egg once in a day, or even the non-veg things one time in a day. Then fruits or coconut water for the snack time you can choose rather than going for cookies. I have mentioned fruits, not the fruit juice, because fruit juice, again, once you juice it, the sugar release will be more, glucose content will be more. So rather than cut fruits, you can choose. Then coming to late dinner, see, intermittent fasting is something which is a trend nowadays. Rather than that, go for early dinner and then breaking your fast at the morning time. Go for a dinner between 7 to 8 and have your breakfast after 8:30. That will be 12 hours fast. Thank you. Then limited usage of dairy. As I mentioned, don't go for 3 times meal with dairy products. That is not good. So plan your diet accordingly that at least you are having half to 1/4 to half glass of a milk in a day and a very small bowl of curd or yogurt. Or even the best source is buttermilk actually that you can do. Consumption of paneer should be weekly 3 times, not more than that. And then cheese, all other things you see accordingly, you have to adjust the diet source of the dairy. Then spicy food, it is not good for, more spicy food is not good for the skin because it is going for the more of release, more of gaining the toxins. That's why. Chocolates, as we discussed, you can go for dark chocolates high in cocoa. These should be the diet checklist for a healthy skin and hair. Now, coming to the basics of nutrition, as I mentioned, same like the skin, vitamin C. The best source is amla, which we give. So you can see in every oil also there is amla. Eating amla every day helps for the rejuvenation of hair growth also. Then zinc, vitamin D, vitamin E and protein. Whatever we have discussed the source. Coming to vitamin B. See, vitamin B is a complex thing where you have vitamin B12, 1, 2, 3, all those sources are there. So basic vitamin B sources, your cereals, whole grains, and even fruits. And iron. Iron is again the vegetables, all those things. But make sure, see, if you are having a hair loss or any hair thinning problem, don't consider it that you are because it is a iron deficiency. Do a test. If you are having iron deficiency, yes, definitely you can incorporate the vegetables and the other things in your diet, the fruits in your diet, especially pomegranate and all. But along with that, make sure you are giving a vitamin C source also in the diet. Then only the iron absorption will happen. That is one thing. Second is when you consider with the iron source, that is spinach or any other vitamin sources like pomegranate or other vegetables, Don't combine it with calcium. Like paneer, that is the basic thing. What I meant to say is palak paneer. So there what is happening is absorption of iron is not happening to your body. So iron and calcium should be never consumed together. That you have to see in your diet. So these are the basic things how you have to consume your iron source. So these are the basics of nutrition of hair and skin. Now, coming to detox. Nowadays, detox is a very good trend. Detox drinks are there, like beetroot juice, ABC juice and all. But whether it is needed for your body, you should understand. So before that, you should understand what is detox. Detox is removal of toxins from our body. And the organ which helps for this is liver and spleen. See, liver helps for removing the toxins and also it helps for the proper digestion. Spleen also will help for the proper blood cell formation. So we have to see that our liver and spleen is in a good health. The basic food for the liver and the spleen health are grapefruit, berries, beetroot, nuts, any nuts you can choose, garlic, radish, pomegranate, fully ripe papaya, turmeric. So turmeric, yes, turmeric powder including in your diet is helpful. Sunflower seeds, oatmeal, broccoli and apple. These are the food for liver. Rather than going for any detox drink, make sure that either one or two from this is there in your diet which helps for the proper liver function. Then only the detoxification process will be happening to your body. Foods to avoid. More of sugar, sweets. Sweets here is whatever the sweets we get with more of ghee and added flour, added maida or rice flour or anything. Then aerated drinks, alcohol, more of deep fried foods, meat, butter and ghee, moderate use you can go because it contains high triglycerides. That's why I mentioned 1 to 2 teaspoon or half to 1 teaspoon should be the consumption of whole oils in your diet, not more than that. And butter, again, don't go for salty butter. The normal butter will be doing good. Now, coming to detox drink. Detox drink we can divide into two. One is cold detox drink and one is warm detox drink. So these substance which are cold detox drink, choose it for summer season. Don't choose it for winter season. The detox drink or detox tea which are warm in nature, choose it for winter season. And one more thing, in winter season we don't need much of detoxification because already our appetite and the metabolic activities will be on higher side to produce heat in our body to sustain with the winter. Already our body is working too hard. So don't go for more of detox drinks in winter season. So the basic detox drinks, what you can advise is morning as soon as we wake up, warm water, plain warm water without anything. Lemon water. Here, lemon infused water throughout the day that you can choose in the summer season. Nothing but 1 or 2 slices in the lemon, slices of lemon you can put in the water and you can have. This helps for detox and also electrolyte imbalance in the summer season. Cucumber and mint water, same thing. Pieces of cucumber and mint leaves added to water, you can consume. It will keeps your body cool. And also it helps for clearing or detoxifying the liver. Orange and tulsi water. 1 or 2 slices of orange and few leaves of tulsi leaves you can add. You can choose anything in a day for a daily usage. Then water plus chia seeds in hot water, 1 glass. That is morning drink you can choose. Hot water, chia seeds, you no need to soak it. You can add it as raw. Chia seeds dosage should be 1/4 teaspoon, not more than that. Then soaked resin water plus 2 strands of saffron. So here what you can do is 10 to 12 black resins, wash it properly. soak it well, and on that you can even soak it 2 strands of saffron. Next day morning you can drink this. So this will also help you for reducing the heat in the body, also helps for a clear skin. So these are the detox drinks. Preferably you can choose these on a summer season, not on winter season. Soak resin water and 2 strands of saffron, even you can choose in summer winter season also. But other things basically choose for summer season. Now coming to detox teas. This will help for the winter season because we need warmness in our body, and also it will help for the liver functioning. So peppermint tea, that is nothing but boiling water with peppermint leaves or infused warm water with peppermint leaves. 2 to 3 leaves is enough, and this consumption should be 1 to 2 glass for a day, not more than that. Then coriander seeds plus cardamom tea. Again, like 1/4 teaspoons of coriander seeds you can take, 1 to 2 cardamom pieces in that, boil it well, and you can drink it. This you can choose for whole day drinking or else morning once, afternoon, like that. Tulsi plus ginger tea gives warmness to body, also helps for digestion. So tulsi leaves and a piece of ginger, boiling water together. Preferably if you are having a heavy meal, you can choose this post lunch. Tulsi plus ginger tea. Then fennel tea helps for relieving the constipation, promotes bowel movement and decrease the acid reflux. So these, if you are not having a proper bowel movement or increased acid reflux, there you can see that your liver function is not good. So this even you can have as a morning drink. As soon as you wake up, you can have the fennel tea as a morning drink. Green tea, it contains vitamin B and antioxidants, but green tea dosage should not be more than 2 glass in a day. 2 glass is the optimum. I'm talking about the tea glasses, not the big one. Why? Because green tea, again, it is of astringent taste. Whatever tea you take, it is having astringent taste. It will increase the dryness in the gut. That's why. Then dandelion tea. Dandelion tea is not available in India. In foreign countries is available. It is really helpful for the anti-inflammatory. So a person who is having any liver disease, liver cirrhosis or any liver disease, definitely you can advise them dandelion tea. 1 to 2 glasses will be enough. Dandelion tea, even in summer season, you can advise. Replacement of normal coffee and tea, you can advise dandelion tea. So these are the basics of detox. This you should understand rather than going for any other infused waters. Okay, this is about the diet part. If you have any doubts, please discuss.
Ma'am, can you repeat the cooking oil ones which we should use?
Yes, cooking oil, either you can use coconut oil, sesame oil, or even olive oil you can use. Groundnut oil you can use, but the taste is too much of more intense and heat will also increase. So you will have more of acne trouble when you use groundnut oil.
Coconut,
Then
sesame, and
olive oil.
okay. This we can use for normal Indian cooking also, right? Cold press, any of them.
Yes, yes,
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
yes.
मैम मस्टर्ड ऑयल नहीं करना यूज
Mustard oil you see the people who are accustomed with the mustard oil, especially the West Bengal side people, they will be using mustard oil from many years. But if they are having any acne condition, shift to coconut oil is my advice. But if they are using continuously, there is no complications in their health, definitely they can continue with mustard oil.
Ma'am, would you advise cooking in ghee?
Yes, I definitely advise. But there also the dosage should be very less. See, as a like tempering thing. Or when you make a omelette or sorting, you can add like very little ghee, 1/4
But
teaspoon
if
of.
a client has high cholesterol already,
Hmm. See,
for them
high.
it is not advisable, no, because it is saturated fat again.
No, in high cholesterols also you can advise, but the consumption should be less to them, like 1/4 teaspoon in a day. The ghee should be. In
Okay.
high cholesterol patients, even you have to see regarding the seeds and nuts consumption. That will
Hmm.
also process oils and increase the cholesterol levels.
All right.
Yes.
Ma'am,
So
do
then,
you provide a course also? I want to learn Ayurvedic diet.
okay, you can contact me personally. As of now, nothing like that, but we'll
I'll
take.
ask Ruchika ma'am then.
Yes. See, in cholesterol patients, now you mentioned, I would like to advise, see their liver health. So you can advise more of liver helping or liver detoxifying, whatever the detox we have mentioned, you can advise that.
Ma'am, what is the best drink for fatty liver condition? Tea or detox water?
Again, as I mentioned, it depends on the season. See, tea is something definitely you can go for a winter season. Water is something you can definitely go for a summer season. Coming back again to a fatty liver condition where their requirement of detox is more because their liver is not functioning properly. So see the condition, whatever their symptom is. If they are having a lot of acidic reflux and all, boiling water with coriander seeds or fennel seeds or cardamom seeds, once in a while, having that after the dinner or maybe the lunchtime, you can advise. Both, you can mix both the detox drink and detox tea for them.
Ma'am, hello.
Yes.
Would you suggest any diet for the lymphatic drainage, lymphatic lymphatic issues?
Lymphatic drainage, there is, I didn't understand. Lymphatic drainage.
Actually, lymphatic, somebody has swollen under their armpit.
So, swollen
So under our armpit,
arm,
yes, armpit,
armpit. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
yes. So somebody told her that she had the lymphatic issues, maybe.
Okay.
So she needs some lymphatic drainage or like that. So how could this could be she can do
See,
to
under
reduce
the
that?
armpit swelling, it is not about the lymphatic inflammation. It can be also a abscess. That is the first thing. We should understand what is the condition. Second is there is no as such a lymphatic drainage diet. If you're looking for any like reducing the swelling, definitely you can go for a high fiber diet in them.
Okay, high
And
fiber diet.
high fiber diet will help for reducing the swelling. That is one thing. Third thing is the massage techniques. If it is not a arm swelling or anything, just a puffiness or a swelling, there are lymphatic spots or the lymphatic drainage points throughout the body. So the massage technique should be towards the lymphatic drainage. That is the only thing what we can do. Other than that, if it is a medical condition, definitely we have to go for medicine advice.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Ma'am, I want to ask one thing. If
Yes.
there is no acidic reflexation in fatty liver condition, then what do we have to take? मतलब, what drink and what tea?
No acidic. See, if a liver is hampered, understand that for them, fatty liver or any liver disease or the cholesterol level is high, understand that the fat, whatever the fat which we give in the diet, it is difficult for them for digesting. So what you can choose is you can choose any of the detox drink, lemon water, cucumber and mint water, or even the warm water throughout the day you can choose, because it will help for the cleansing of the liver. Second is coming to the detox tea. fennel seeds tea or the cardamom and the coriander tea, something which is warm, helps for the easy metabolism of fats. So you have to categorize like that. See, fennel seeds tea and the coriander seeds is not only for the acidic reflux, it also helps for the digestion purpose. You should understand that even our basic kitchen spices and the Ayurvedic medicines does not target on one specific thing. Like paracetamol targets on fever, like that we don't target on one specific thing. One same thing have numerous advantages. So anything you can choose. See, if they are having any liver inflammatory conditions, dandelion tea will be very suitable for them.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
In a cup, how much seed mana, how much seeds or fennel seed we can add? One
For
teaspoon.
boiling the water.
Yes.
No. See, all the seeds for boiling the water, you can add up to 1/4 teaspoon, because if you add more, the taste will be so intense. You won't be able to drink the tea. So 1/4
1/4
teaspoon.
teaspoon. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes.
In detox tea, can we consume during the pregnancy?
Peppermint tea. Yes, peppermint tea and tulsi ginger tea don't consume. Other teas you can consume.
Okay. What about
Yes.
I will ask you.
Okay, any other doubts are there?
Ma'am, normal tea is how much beneficial for the health or not take intake?
See, normal tea as such, it is not beneficial for us. It is a psychological condition where we need. But a person who's having acne, avoid coffee and tea India diet completely. Who's having acidity, definitely avoid coffee and tea completely. This is a slow process. We should understand that the people will be accustomed to the tea or coffee for many years. Suddenly, we cannot advise to remove it. So what you can do is the decoction should not be so strong. And the brewing technique, even the coffee and tea brewing technique should be similar to the Americans. How they do, they prepare and pour that to the hot milk. Then they close it. That is the way. And third is, when you are making a tea, you can add little bit of cardamom and dry rose petals to that. Coffee should be, the decoction strong should be very less. So these are the ways where you are trackle and amount. Daily one, maybe like one time and half glass, not more than that.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thanks.
Yes. Yes. Any
Ma'am,
other?
what is the benefit of rose petals in tea, ma'am?
Rose petals helps to cools the acidic reflux. Even the cardamom. I hope there is no other doubt. So tomorrow we'll discuss with the facial care techniques. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.